Alright, we are getting ready to go into Central Park. Right across the street from the plaza where we just were. And just found this awesome looking little lake here. We'll go take a tour. Alright, we are on the Gapstow Bridge and looking out over the rock area down below. And from Home Alone, that's where Kevin ran out and met the pigeon lady. To give her the turtle doves. And then his dad yelled at him from the Plaza Hotel right up there about how much his room service bill was. So really, really cool, right in Central Park here, and can't beat the views. Just like the movies, pretty awesome. Right, here is Wollman Rink in the summer. So this is the rink that Trump built in the 80s, and doesn't look like it right now, but it's a big ice skating rink in the winter. Alright, walking through Central Park of the street performers. Alright, how cool is this? We're walking through Central Park and this is what they refer to as the mall. You got the seats on each side, or benches. They show this a lot in movies. Really cool. It's basically a long path all the way through Central Park, and then it pops out over here where we came in. And then to the left, they've got bike trails, running areas, just lots of trees. This mall in Central Park is a long walkway, but really pretty. Lots of trees, lots to look at. Definitely walk down the mall if you ever come to Central Park. Okay, we just walked down the mall. You can see how far it is down that way. Then it comes right down underneath here, underneath this bridge, to Bethesda Fountain. What's cool about this is if you've watched John Wick, this is where when they give him a certain amount of, it was 24 hours or something to take off, he runs up these stairs and down the mall. really cool. Okay, we are at the Bethesda Fountain in Central Park. Great views. The Bethesda Fountain's right behind us, and we're actually standing on the bridge that leads right over to the Bethesda Fountain.
Yeah, and we just walked down the mall, and the mall leads straight over here. And the mall was one place I was really excited to see, and the Bethesda Fountain someplace I was really excited to see, because the Bethesda is like Terrace down there is in a million movies. So I was excited to get to see that first. So.
Heck yeah, this place looks great.
That's awesome.
All right, we are looking down on the Bethesda Fountain, and this is actually where Macaulay Culkin gets on the carriage in the Home Alone movie. And this goes right underneath the bridge over to the mall. Got some paddle boats over there. Really cool. Great views. Awesome. So up these stairs right there goes to the mall, which I just took some picture and video from. Right above me is the bridge that we were standing on. And right over there is the Bethesda Fountain. What's really cool about this, if you're movie lovers like us, this is where in the John Wick movie, he comes down here and meets with the other people, I guess, assassins, I don't know what they're called, but he meets with these guys and they give him a certain amount of time to get away. So they actually pop out here from the side, which is really cool. And then he takes off, John Wick does, up these stairs and right down the mall. So definitely check this place out, especially if you're a movie lover. I'd love to see this. All right, thank you for watching our video on Central Park. We promised you some tips here, and so we kind of want to go over them and just kind of explain each tip and why we like them. So first tip is the gap style bridge. Now that's pretty cool. Now we're movie people, we love movies, so I mean going through Central Park, there's thousands of movies that you as you go through Central Park, you're gonna go, no way, I've seen that before. And so definitely, you know, soak that in. If you're gonna go to New York, watch some of them cool movies, because like Gap Style Bridge, for example, if you remember Home Alone, Macaulay Culkin went there, and there's the pigeon lady, and she's kind of not below the bridge, but you know, off to the side where you can kind of, it's a little bit lower of an elevation, but that's where the pigeon lady was. You've also got the Plaza Hotel in the background. We got a cool picture of that with Elijah, and you see the plaza behind him. So I mean, definitely visit that part for sure.
Yeah, it was a huge goal of mine to be able to see the Gap Style Bridge. And so if you're entering the Central Park from the south, you're gonna be super, super close to that. I mean, you just enter the park and you walk just a little bit and you're gonna see like this little like pond looking thing, and then there's the bridge. It's right there. It's like a stone bridge. And I gotta tell you, I was immensely impressed with Central Park. I mean, everyone kept saying, oh, you got to go to Central Park. You got to go to Central Park. And I was like, okay, I wanted to go just because, like Eric said, we love going to places where movies are filmed. And plus it's like just so iconic that we wanted to go, but I did not have very high hopes. I was kind of like, it's a park, who cares? But oh my gosh, once we got there, we could not stop talking about, okay, I get it.
It just felt so serene. I'm sure if you're a New Yorker, you're probably going, oh, I'm used to that. But But to a tourist there, I couldn't believe how just relaxing it was. I mean, it's so cool that New York has that, and it's such a big park. I mean, it's just
And there's so many trees.
The ponds and the lakes and the trees, and it's just
I'm
it was
used
great.
to a park. Okay, that means a big field with grass. It's just open with grass, and that's not what that is. I mean, it feels like you're in a totally different place. It doesn't feel like you're in New York. I mean, the trees are so high. Yeah, of course you can still see the buildings, but you just feel totally separated from them. And like Eric said, it's just so peaceful. And you just have families there, and they're riding bikes, and they're playing frisbee, and it's just awesome. But so like I was saying, my big goal is to go to the Bethesda Bridge, or the Gap Style Bridge, and they're like, it was so cool because like we up from the Gap Style Bridge, and you're standing on it, like Eric said, you can see the little place where the pigeon lady was standing. It's very clear. And then you see the Plaza Hotel like right there, and it made amazing photo ops.
Oh, yeah.
We were just able to sit right there by the edge of the bridge, and you see the Plaza Hotel behind it. And so many movies, watching so many movies, you will see them all of a sudden have this amazing view of the Plaza Hotel as they're walking across the bridge, and that's where they're walking.
Yeah, so watch Home Alone before you go to New York.
Yeah, right.
Because there's so many things in there that you'll look at it and go, oh, that's so cool.
And then our other goal was we wanted to make our way over to the Bethesda Terrace, but in order to make our way over there, we figured instead of just walking down some random paths, we like to walk down the mall, or they call it the promenade. And that was really cool too, because you see that in lots of movies. It
was cool. So like tip number 2 would be the mall or the promenade. And so when you're looking at it, you got the benches on each side. So again, that's something you've seen in movies, and it's just this long, straight walkway with benches on each side of it. And it was cool walking down that, because you're going, I've seen that.
I know, and it just felt so cool because you see that in so many movies, and it's like you're walking down the same thing that so many movies are filmed, and it's like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm part of a movie set or something. I don't know, and it's got all the trees lined up on the side of it. And so, I don't know, that was kind of cool. Instead of just walking down some random path, just walk down that.
And if you're a John Wick movie fan, John Wick number 3 starts off where he's running down the mall. So if you want to see that, that's really cool. It's just awesome. That's why I like Central Park.
And then our tip number 3.
Tip number 3 is the Bethesda Terrace, or it's a big fountain. So as you're walking down the mall or the promenade, down at the very end of it, you're going to see the Bethesda fountain. And again, a huge landmark. It's nice. Lots of people go around there, so there's lots of people taking pictures. It's got like a little kind of overpass or bridge that you walk under that bridge from the mall to the fountain. So you'll definitely notice that. That was a really cool feature.
I know, like Eric said, of course, in John Wick, they have lots of parts of that movie that are filmed in the Bethesda Terrace. And then also in Home Alone, like when you see Macaulay Culkin and he runs over and gets in that little carriage and he hides in the back of it so they can't find him, that's actually where that's at. That's at Bethesda Terrace. So that's kind of cool. And then the fountain, just the fountain itself, it's so cool and it's so pretty. And so tons of people just hang out around it, get pictures. And then if you're at the fountain, then looking out, then that's where you see like the bridge above it. And then it opens up where then there's those stairs that's so iconic too, that you see in so many movies. So it was just cool to be able to experience that too.
It's so awesome. And something that we do advise, or some advice from us would be look into the tours. There's a lot of tours of Central Park, and there was a bike tour. We love biking. If you've seen any of our other YouTube videos, we bike, and we were going, gosh, we didn't realize there was bike tours. There's actually movie tours, which would be the coolest thing ever. So if you have that time or can fit that in, try out one of the movie tours if you're a movie person, because apparently the movie tour will take you around and just to them spots like we were talking about, the Bethesda Fountain, the Gap Style Bridge, that kind of stuff. So that would have been pretty neat too, the movie tour.
Yeah, and definitely the next time we go to New York, that's something we definitely want to do more of, is see more of Central Park, because we just saw the very south part of Central Park. Those 3 places we just told you about are very close to each other, and they're just at the very bottom of it. And we were there a good hour and a half just because of it was so cool. next time we go back, we definitely want to take a tour, and we definitely want to spend way more time in Central Park and seeing all of it. Because I can imagine how great the rest of it is if this is how great just that little bit tiny part was.
It was awesome.
So we definitely recommend taking time to go see the Central Park.
For sure. So, but, well, cool. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. You know, it's just an awesome place, but we do appreciate your support and watching our videos, and thanks a bunch.
Thank you.
Hey guys, this is the end of the video. Make sure that you like and subscribe for more great content that is ready to come. Peace out.